We've all heard the phrase curiosity killed the cat, but sometimes curiosity can also expand our minds. Like, what if I told you that you could go back in time and change history forever with just one decision? Would you do it? Why or why not? Well, time travel is a staple of science fiction, often depicted as a fantastical adventure where intrepid explorers journey through time to fix mistakes or prevent disasters. But as fun as it might be to zip around the timeline, it's not without its problems. In fact, there are some pre-mind-bending paradoxes and potential disasters that come along with messing around in the past. So before you start planning your own time travel adventure, let's take a closer look at what could go wrong. Traveling through time is something that humans have dreamed of doing for centuries. From H.G. Wells' The Time Machine to the modern-day sci-fi epics of Star Trek and Doctor Who, the idea of being able to jump through time is a perennial favorite in movies, TV shows, and books. And who can blame us? The idea of being able to travel through time and see historical events firsthand or even meet important historical figures is incredibly appealing. Plus, there's always the option of going back in time to fix mistakes or prevent disasters. But while the idea of time travel is fun to think about, it's not without its problems. One of the most famous paradoxes of time travel is the grandfather paradox. What would happen if you went back in time and killed your grandfather before your father was born? It seems like a simple question, but it has some serious implications. If you killed your grandfather, your father would never have been born, which means you would never have been born either. But if you were never born, then how could you have traveled back in time to kill your grandfather in the first place? It's a logical conundrum that has puzzled philosophers and scientists alike. But the grandfather paradox isn't the only problem with time travel. There are other potential disasters that could occur if we ever did manage to invent a time machine. For example, if you went back in time and told people about the future, you could inadvertently give away important information that could change the course of history. Or if you accidentally introduced diseases or other harmful things into the past, you could alter the course of human history in a big way. That's why many scientists and experts believe that time travel to the past may be impossible, or at least highly dangerous. Despite the problems, the idea of time travel continues to fascinate us. One of the more popular theories of time travel involves using a wormhole to travel through space-time. Wormholes are hypothetical tunnels that connect 2 points in space-time, allowing travelers to travel quickly through space by taking shortcuts through these tunnels. While wormholes are purely theoretical and have never been observed, they are a staple of science fiction and have been featured in many popular movies and TV shows. Another popular theory of time travel is the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. This theory suggests that every time a decision is made or an event occurs, the universe splits into multiple parallel universes, each representing a different outcome. This means that there are infinite versions of you out there, each making different decisions and living different lives. The idea of parallel universes is a common trope in science fiction, but it's also taken seriously by some physicists. Some even believe that the many worlds interpretation is the best explanation we have for certain quantum phenomena. Now, here's the most fascinating implication of all. If time travel were possible, you might have the chance to meet your past self. Imagine the possibilities. You could get advice from your younger self or warn them about future mistakes. You could even prevent your own existence if you were so inclined. Of course, this raises its own set of paradoxes. Like, how could you prevent your own birth without causing the entire timeline to collapse? But the idea of meeting your past self is a compelling one that has been explored in many works of science fiction. In the end, whether or not time travel is possible may never be known. But that doesn't stop us from wondering what would happen if it were possible. From the grandfather paradox to the many worlds interpretation, the implications of time travel are vast and fascinating. Whether you believe time travel is possible or not, there's no denying that it makes for some great science fiction. So what do you think? Is time travel possible? If so, would you go back in time to change history? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Thanks for watching.